Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is going to be kind of a tech in Japan, but not just Japan, everywhere around the world. I'm going to be talking a little bit about iBooks Author on the Macintosh, and I'm going to be doing it as a screencast, so this will probably be the only stand-up until the very end. And then, yeah, so there will also be probably a little bit of a change in audio as far as the microphone goes, so sorry about that if it bugs you. Nothing I can do about it at this point because I'm too lazy to hook the microphone up to the camera. So, how this is going to work is I'm going to roll the credits. I'm going to do the demo on that and then roll out. Let's see, last other things that I need to tell. Okay, so we're going to talk about iBooks Author today, and then we need to talk a little bit about Keynote tomorrow and some video and stuff after that. So, yay, it's kind of exciting. It's not tech in Japan, it's not necessarily Japan specific, but it should help you if you are a teacher in Japan and you're interested in doing new interesting things in the classroom with your students, with things that they can create pretty easily. This is going to be that kind of episode. Also, if you are interested in making a custom textbook for your class, this is the one to watch. So, or at least this is the beginning of the one to watch. I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes, which means I need to shut up and get going. So here we go. Okay, so we're here with iBooks Author. This is the opening page. These are the templates that they have set up for you to use. You do not have to use a template, and you can also change these templates to fit more whatever it is that you want to do. I'm going to try really hard not to sniffle, but the pollen is terrible today and allergies suck. So, yay. Let's do something. Let's do algebra, fundamentals of algebra. All right, so this is what we got. This is how the iBook stuff comes up, and the size is 1240 by 768. Yes, 1240 by 768. If it's not, then I will put a note on the video somewhere, maybe over, I don't know, over here or something. Okay, so we have book title, we have intro media. So this is the introduction for whatever the thing is. You can, you know, address a video to your student, or you can just to your students, or you can slap just an image in there that describes a little bit more about what's going on. So if you have like a little blog picture or whatever, you can take and drop, let's use the gatherings one just for fun, and put the picture in there. That way when people open up the book, this will be one of the first things that they see. Think about it as like the intro page. And actually I don't like that. Let's get rid of that. And duck shirt. Let's try duck shirt. There we go. All right. So every time you hear those little clicks, it's probably me sneezing or something hay fever related. So, yay. All right. So we got our pretend, our stand-in for our image. The table of contents is automatically generated, so you don't have to worry about it every time you add a chapter. It will add another point into the, so 2.1. It'll add another point into the table of contents, so you don't have to worry about that at all. It's all right there and it takes care of it automatically for you, which is really nice. And you can also add words to the glossary. I have a feeling that one of my first big projects for this is going to be putting together a mid-level reader graded reader for ESL students. These are readers that have a word limitation of around 6,000 to 8,000 headwords, which means 6,000 to 8,000 unique words. I'll let you know as that comes up. It'll be available for free and derived from Creative Commons or public domain work. So you can have as many of these sections as you want, and you have the nice lorem ipsum here that you can put in. The default for this right now, the orientation is landscape, but you can create the book in the portrait view. So there's a couple of things that you need to know about it. This is really pretty. It looks really good on an iPad, and you can have pictures and stuff, media. So I have a very nice little landscape picture. For some reason is wiggling. I don't know why, but you can take the picture and just drop it in, and it will flow the text around your photos or the documents, however you want to do it. You can put in pictures, and we'll get into some of the Keynote stuff and that later on, because the widgets are really actually pretty awesome. But it will automatically flow it, and when you change the orientation, it will also flow it. Oh, that's right, you got to put it in as a widget. Okay, so let's do this, and widget, and gallery. And drop that in there, and drop this in there, and drop this in there. Right, so now I have a gallery, and as you can see, it reflows everything here. There's this little blue dot that is going to that's going to show you where the gallery will be put in once the orientation changes. So if you want it above lorem ipsum or next to lorem ipsum, then you put it there. If you want it next to this spot, because this talks about this thing, then that's where it will show up there, right here. So you can see that this, you can adjust that once you're in portrait mode, but you can adjust it in landscape, and once you put it in landscape, then it will come up there, and these will pop up. It doesn't do it in here, but it does it on the regular thing. They'll pop up so that the people can go through and see it. Now, the nice thing about portrait is you can the reader can adjust the font size, so that's why these are all pushed out to the edge, and are set up that way. You can put in galleries, and this gallery can be photos, or it can be images, any sort of images that you've made that will go ahead and show through. So if you're doing geography, you can have pictures of geography. If you're doing math and you want to write down the equations for the students, then you can put it in there. Just take a picture of whatever you've written down and put it in there, and that way they have whatever it is that you want them to have for it. So as you can see, it reflows the section, and now that we've taken up part in the middle here, it pushes some of the other stuff back, and so it's added a fourth page to the section. So the section will automatically reflow and recalculate, and so the table of contents will reflect the page numbers based on whatever is going on at the time. So right now we have 4 pages in here, but if I remove the gallery or reduce the size on the gallery, it will automatically reflow back to 3, and then untitled copy, so chapter 2 will start out on page 5. That's pretty cool, and you can do a lot with it. Now, it's in the widgets area that really shines. Media, you can drop videos in the same way you did the gallery. Right, it's basically the same kind of thing, and these are all, if you go into, let's see if we can move this over so I can pull widgets in completely onto the screen. You can go into here and adjust colors and everything. I can't remember where it is. And I was giving the dude a hard time about it, but so you can change the color on to have an advanced gradient. You can change the colors in the gradient. Let's use the crayons because it'll be easier. There we go, blue to black, and let's go blue to white because that's a chilling Kansai color. Let's move this actually down to maybe here, right? So you have all of those options and stuff. You just drop the picture, drop the video right in there, and it will play once the student clicks on it. And again, here's the blue dot that shows you where it's going to be, where it's going to come up when you change it over to landscape mode. So it's off of that, lined up next to that paragraph. I believe you can only do it at the beginnings of paragraphs. So let's go back over here, and that's definitely something that you're going to want to go through. You can add quizzes, and give them the correct answers, right? And there are a couple of different quizzes that you can do. This is the only thing that I have set out at the time. But if you look at, so accessibility is important. You should be adding good accessibility, not the answers, but something so that a book reader can read them out. And that way students, actually, even for ESL students, it's a pretty nice thing. So you have several of these. The drag the label to target is pretty cool. So label 1, and then you can move the target around, and then you have the picture in the background so that you can have them label parts of a thing, parts of a sentence, parts of a frog, whatever. It's really pretty cool, the stuff that you can do with that. All right, let's take a look at another widget. And the big one that I think is probably the most important is this Keynote widget, because basically it takes any Keynote presentation that you've done, takes any Keynote presentation that you've done and drops it right in. Students are able to go through it. Now, we'll have to go through Keynote in a separate video because there's so much there that I had no idea that Keynote could do. There's some really amazing interactive stuff that you can do just using Keynote, and I don't have a Keynote thing set up for it. So in the Keynote video, I'll spend a little bit more time on that. You can add 3D objects. You can add descriptions or like sidebars using this. You can add straight out HTML. The widgets are designed in HTML5, but Keynote will put everything together for you. You don't have to know how to code to use this stuff. It can be really, really, really good. For the popovers, you can just drop in a little picture, and then the subtitle for the picture works as a popover. It'll pop up, and the glossary section, the glossary here, whatever you add to the glossary will automatically do a pop-up for definitions, spelling, pronunciation, however you want to set it up. All right, so these are the basic things that you can do. So if you're doing a class on world history or American history from 1980 to 1990, you can go through and add all of the information that you have the students download the iBook. They don't have to even go to the store. And even if you put it in the store, it doesn't have to be for sale. It can be just given away. You don't have to charge money for it. Okay, so let's pop down into the second chapter, and we'll drop one more widget in here. This interactive image is similar to the interactive test that we did that I looked at before. If you drop the image in here, then you can just label parts of it. So this is the study. This is the delivery of information for it, and that will allow the students to get the information that they'll need for whatever, if you want to use that as a test later on. Or quiz is probably a little bit more accurate. Okay, so pretty much that's going to be it for today. I'm going to roll this out right away, and then tomorrow I'm going to try to throw up something on Keynote and hit some of the points that I talked about earlier. After that, I'll talk a little bit about making video specifically to put into iBooks Author, and just a little information that you'll need on that. So that's towards the end of the week. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I will see you later.